Get that shit out of your life. That should not be something that is spoken like, bitch, are you okay? Is everyone all right? We need a clear shelf so we can put our own shit on it, how I want to feel about myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I guess Happy New Year. Oh my god, I'm making a mess already. I can't believe this is my first video of 2022. To be honest, I feel like I promised myself I'm gonna be really continuous and let myself down every time, but New Year goal, try and be very on the ball with my girl talk videos and just my YouTube videos in general this year. I really want to amp up the girl talk stuff, but you know what, I want to kind of like elevate it a bit. I feel like last year what really worked well was like the TMI questions, the intimate questions, the sex, the romance, the love, the breakups, the makeups, and all of the intimate stuff that are things that you can't really talk to like your parents or your friends about, or things that like especially young women would have to Google to find out. And I want to elaborate on that and take it a bit deeper and talk about things that are more motivational. I want to take the time to learn and study and talk on advice that I have received or would give to someone else, things that I have literally read about, documentaries I've watched. Like, I want to make it a lot more about like self-growth as well as the intimate things. Like, let me just make it clear, I will never lose that intimate side of me. Like, honey, if we thought in 2021 I spoke about very TMI topics, just you wait for 2022. We're gonna kick off the new year with a motivational video. This one will be like a little bit more about self-growth and self-love. We'll probably slot in my parents say it or shot it, and then when I kick back off with my girl talks, which I'm going to attempt, hold me accountable guys, to upload weekly. Fingers crossed I can get that done. I'm going to attempt to upload it weekly. When I come back, we are going ham, we are going intricate, we are talking about the insides of your vagine and the different bits of it and how you can be aroused. We are talking about toys. We are talking about men and the way they can please us ladies. We are talking about the pressures of losing our virginity, and especially in the new year feeling like it is a goal, but in actuality it doesn't have to be. We are talking about all things consensual, because that should have been number one. All things consensual. We are talking about hair, we are talking about body hair, we are talking about mental, emotional, physical growth. We are talking about new relationships, new friendships, loss of relationships, loss of friendships, that we are gonna go in. So without further ado, thank you guys for being here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like I have seen an abundance of videos on YouTube that are titled Becoming That Girl, How to Level Up, like Girl Talk 2022, New Year, New Me. And you know what? I wasn't going to do it, but I feel like I should do one of them to kickstart my Girl Talks back again. And I feel like I might just do like my top 3 to 5 ways of how this year I'm going to make sure that I take myself from here to fucking here in every single lane possible. But I want to start with just like the self-growth and all of that good shit. First thing, let me get my juice. Oh, this Starbucks cup, and for everyone that can see the there's like something in the bottom of this. I, over Christmas, opened a Christmas cracker and there was this random metal cube. Turns out it's an ice cube, and the coldness of it lasts significantly longer than if it was actual ice. Brilliant, best invention ever. Rinse it off, put it back in the freezer, start again. I think it lasts 6 to 8 hours. Love it. Rule number 1. I feel like this comes under the category of just the typical word focus, but more specifically, stay away from relationships that do not serve you a purpose, and that can include friendships. So, let me tell you, honeys, a lot of the time, a lot of people become stagnant in their life or stay in the same place because they haven't realized, acknowledged, or cannot detach themselves from things that no longer serve them a purpose or are good. Now, I know that sounds like it means you're using people, but I mean, technically in this life, everyone is. Doesn't necessarily mean you're using them for a financial gain or anything like that, but just within your friendships, you definitely rely and use each other for any type of gain you can get. And what I mean by that is you lean on each other. You have emotional support. You have the physical support of physically being there if you're in your time of need. You have the mental support if things are going wrong. You bounce off of each other, use each other to make sure each other become a better version of yourself, a better person. You can grow together. All of that. You eat together, like, honey, live your best life with your friends and in your relationships. But if there comes a point where you feel like the friendship or relationship you are in is no longer serving you a positive purpose, get that shit out of your life. It is actually so crazy how sometimes when you lose certain things and certain people and you take a massive step back, you can objectively see the lack of positivity they brought into your life. It's crazy how you can rely so much on people around you to be there for you and think that they have your best interest at heart, when in actuality they're just there, like an ornament, just in your life, like just chilling, just there. We don't need ornaments. We need a clear shelf so we can put our own shit on it and progress in life. I feel like my key, and it's something that I most definitely need to work on, and it's something that I would so strongly advise anyone to work on: drop the dead weight. Point number 2, and I have heard a few people say this, and it is something that I absolutely can't stand. Like, it is my least favorite phrase ever, and it is about the idea of being okay with being comfortable where you are and the lack of ambition to want to progress. Listen, that can mean financially, that can mean mentally. There comes a time in your life where the discomfort is needed in order to grow. The idea of you just being like, oh, I'm okay with, you know, being at this place. Granted, if you are someone that is what you truly want from life, then by all means live your best comfortable life. But for those who are out here saying, I want to progress, I want to be a better me, I want to earn this much more money, I want to live this type of lifestyle, that whole vocabulary of I'm okay with just, or I'm comfortable with, get that out of your vocabulary immediately. That should not be something that is spoken like, bitch, are you okay? Is everyone all right? What do you mean you're comfortable? I need to know that if my goal is here and I've hit it, what's next? Oh, I've hit that one, what's next? There is no way in hell you can ever be progressing in life if you're hitting here and you're like, oh, okay, I've hit that goal, now let me just sit here for 10 years. If your 10-year goal is to be a multi-millionaire and you make 100 grand and you're like, oh, so proud of myself, made 100 grand, and you stop, how the fuck are you gonna make $1 million? How's that gonna work? And you tell me how the hell you're gonna get to that point. You need to keep pushing and keep going. Never get lazy, never get comfortable, and never get complacent. That's the word. That is the word. Complacent is the key word. Do not get complacent and do not get too comfortable with where you're at in life. It is so easy to fall from such a great height. Hard to climb, easy to fall. And especially if you're someone that just wants to stand on the middle step, you will get hundreds of people that will kick you right back down to where you started. Why? Because you ain't still climbing. Ain't nobody got time for that. And then there's going to be you that's going to be sat there crying and upset, looking at other people thinking, how did they get past me when I've been here? Well, because honey, you got comfortable and you got complacent. Let that come out of your vocabulary. 2022 and every year following this year, scrap the whole concept of new year, new me. This is how you need to just live life in the first place, especially if you are someone that claims to be the person that has ultimate banging 5 to 10 year goals. Sis, we've got fucking work to do and we need to get there ASAP. Maintain the fact that you've hit a goal. Maintain the work ethic you put into reaching said goal. People get so used to not being consistent. It's like the 3 C's, okay? Comfortability, complacency, and consistency, or lack of consistency. Those 3 C's are brutal if they are not something that are put into play in the correct way. Like, those 3 C's can mash you up, take away everything, you lose everything. This is something that I've said so many times, and it's something that I live by, something that I will continue to do. Put your goals into a physical and visible outlet. So whether that's like a Pinterest board, whether it's a blackboard, a whiteboard, a notebook, a scrapbook, like whatever the actual form of it is, you need to put your ideas, your goals, and what you want to achieve in life in a physical. I truly believe that if you write things down, you can manifest them. Thoughts become things, think the correct things, but if you are struggling to think the right way, at least if you have it written down, you can keep referring back to it and see what things have manifest. But you need to believe that shit. You need to work hard for that shit and you need to go for it. I write down for my own self what I want to achieve as a personal goal. So I will split my personal goal and my career goal into 2 different books, and I will write down exactly how I want to be as a person, the level I want to get to, how I want to feel about myself, how I want to be with my family, how I want to be in my relationship, how I want to be if one day I become a mother, how I want to be if I become a wife, like all those different things, how I want to be when I'm traveling, how I want to be as a creator. And I will merge towards the end of that into how I want my career to be. And the 2 kind of go hand in hand for me personally anyway, because it allows me to sit there and be like, okay, cool, this is how I want to be as a person. How can I use those tools in my development as a person into my career and make my career the most successful it can be? How can I become someone that has now got a newly developed morning routine and evening routine and put that into my development of my work? But as much as it's for me, it is also something that I feel like is so good to pass on to you guys. Personal and career goals being written down or visually represented in any way, shape or form. I have created a Pinterest board, I've created a mood board where I've literally cut things out of magazines, printed things off from the internet and stuck them down and created a literal mood board for myself. And I also have multiple notepads with personal growths. Trust me when I say they help. Learn to move in silence. There is so many things that I have done in my life that I have done behind closed doors. There's a lot of things that I have invested into that people would never know about. There's a lot of things that are done that are silent. And that actually goes to even your friendship groups, even sometimes your partners. Don't tell everyone too much too quickly. It is so crucial because you don't know who's an evil out there. There are people in my life that I truly felt like should have had my back, and come to find out that they don't. Relationships, financial, work related, family issues, home life, like anything, health issues, like the smallest things. And a lot of people will ask for intimate details about your life. A lot of people ask me about intimate details about my life, and honey, I choose to keep it to myself. 2022, we are minding our own fucking business and minding the business that pays us. I have always been open and receptive to people telling me things and letting me know information, and it would never be shared, it would never go anywhere, but I would maintain that energy. And when I tell you that energy is draining, it takes a really big person to come and say to you, listen, you can't take on that energy anymore, for you to truly realize, listen, you're actually right, that energy is a lot, and I don't want to take on the gossiping energy anymore. I don't want to take on the hearing people talk about this. Like, learn to be like, I don't want to hear it. That energy is not where I want to put my energy. Let's talk about something more progressive. Let's talk about how we're going to be more successful instead of sat here talking some shit. Learn to keep your mouth shut. Learn to give yourself a break. I am so bad. Listen, bitch, rest. Let me tell you, because I don't want to hear I drop dead from stress, and when I tell you I am the worst, I am the worst at the concept of learning how to rest. Like, I am bad. I am really, really bad. And I'm not doing that this. Organize your time and organize yourself so that you can factor in rest. Like, I am truly taking weekends to not do fuck all. Like, I want my weekends to be so relaxed and so well rested that people are like, I'm sorry, huh? Like, that's how I want it to be. I want to be chilling. I want to be chilling. I want to be relaxed. I want to be well rested. And it's crucial. I feel like staying hydrated, sleeping, like the amount of people that go crazy from not having enough sleep and truly end up being unwell and sleep deprived is insane. Honey, not in 2022. Like, we are not trying to be basic bitches. We are trying to be gorgeous, gorgeous girls out here, and gorgeous, gorgeous girls rest. They rest. Necessarily so too. My last, I think I've done way more than 5, but my last thing would be, in the same way that you're going to organize your life, organize your days as well, but do and factor in something on a daily basis that makes you happy, especially on the days that you're having like a rough day or a bad day. Factor in the things that truly make you happy. If it's something like going for a walk, if it's something like going to see a dog, if it's something like picking flowers, going to the gym, like anything it is, watching your favorite TV show. If there is something every day that makes you happy, make sure you factor that in, because what we need this whole year is no negative energy, no bad vibes, and all happiness, but from within. Like, Happiness we've created ourselves, not happiness we can get from anywhere else. Factor in things that truly make you happy as often as you can. I would go for something small daily, and don't forget to praise yourself at the end of every day for being consistent and sticking to what you said you were going to do, but also making a point of keeping yourself happy. I feel like as human beings, we are very quick to be self-critical. We are very quick to put ourselves down. We're quick to put others down. Sometimes it's nice to come in and be like, do you know what? You've had a really good week, and I'm very proud of you for the money that you have made. I'm proud of you for the work you've put in. I'm proud of you for smashing the gym. Proud of you for sticking to your eating plan. I'm proud of you for doing something that makes you happy. That is how I am trying to see 2022 come in. I am so happy to be back. This talk makes me feel so good. Those are just things that I am definitely practicing in 2022, how to level up, how to be a better version of myself, how to progress, and let me know any other things that you guys would recommend. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Have a blessed day. Happy New Year once again. Love you guys. Bye.